Kol, what's wrong?
Finn, we went to rescue Josh, and I thought I was going to be okay, but I'm running out of time.
A lovely ceremony.
For being there.
Everything is exactly as you intended.
You're moving out.
In my long, long life, I've called many places home, Haley.
Elijah.
I'm not here to quarrel, brother.
It's Kol. He's not gonna last the night.
Under the same stars, he's got all the time in the world, and he's right. And I hate him. I think I want to be alone for this bit.
I'm afraid that's not an option.
Always and forever is not just something you weasel out of, brother.
All I ever wanted was you lot to care about me.
Kol. And we will consecrate your body. You will join the ancestors. I promise you, brother, I will not leave this body until I find a way to bring you home.
I tried a different spell.
Klaus Mikaelson, an original vampire, the first and strongest hybrid of vampire and werewolf, was imprisoned by Marcel Gerard, his former protégé and a younger vampire, in the first season of The Originals. Did this easy defeat go against his established power scaling as the strongest hybrid? Short answer, no. It's one of the most cleverly written defeats in the show, because it never undermines Klaus's strength. Instead, it highlights that even the strongest being can be taken down by strategy, betrayal, and exploiting weaknesses that have nothing to do with raw power. Let's dive into why it's totally justified. First, let's remember what strongest hybrid means. Klaus has superhuman strength, speed, healing, and immunity to most vampire weaknesses: silver, sunlight with a daylight ring, etc. In a straight-up one-on-one fight, he'd crush Marcel, no question. But that's not what happened. Marcel didn't fight Klaus. He outmaneuvered him. Marcel spent years preparing for this moment. He knew Klaus's strengths, but more importantly, he knew his weaknesses. First, he allied with the New Orleans witches, who had a long history of creating magic to counter originals. The witches crafted spells and weapons specifically designed to weaken Klaus. Think enchanted chains that suppressed his hybrid powers, or potions that dulled his healing. This wasn't fair play. It was a targeted ambush using magic that bypassed his physical invincibility. Second, Klaus underestimated Marcel. For decades, Klaus saw Marcel as his son, his protégé, someone he'd raised, trained, and loved. He returned to New Orleans expecting Marcel to fall in line, not to betray him. Klaus let his guard down completely. He didn't suspect the man he'd mentored would turn on him with such precision. That emotional blind spot was fatal. When Marcel struck, Klaus was caught off guard. No time to fight back, no chance to use his full strength. Third, Marcel used the element of surprise and his knowledge of New Orleans. He set the trap in a location Klaus trusted, the abattoir, once the Mikaelsons' home, turning a place of familiarity into a prison. He also had backup, his vampire army, the witches, and even allies within Klaus's own circle. This wasn't a duel. It was a coordinated attack that overwhelmed Klaus before he could react. Crucially, the show never frames this as Klaus being weaker than Marcel. It's framed as Marcel being smarter, more prepared, and willing to do what Klaus wasn't: betray the person who raised him. Klaus's strength was never in his ability to avoid traps. It was in his ability to destroy anyone who dared challenge him. But when the challenge comes from someone he trusts, using magic that neutralizes his powers, even the strongest hybrid can be taken down. This moment also serves a key story purpose. It establishes Marcel as a legitimate threat and sets up the central conflict of the first season. If Klaus had just crushed Marcel easily, there'd be no tension. Instead, his imprisonment shows that power isn't just about strength. It's about strategy, loyalty, and knowing when to fight dirty. In short, Klaus's defeat by Marcel doesn't go against his power scaling. It's a masterclass in writing a loss that doesn't weaken the character. Instead, it deepens the conflict, elevates the villain, and reminds us that even gods can be brought down by the people they least expect.